friend of mine here in Los Angeles said, this was, I think, just before my final meeting for the role, how does it feel to be auditioning for an American icon? And I think that remark unnerved me more than anything else that had been said about it at the time, because although I'd seen a lot of Star Trek in the 60s and early 70s, I still had no comprehension of how much a part of American culture this series had become and how many millions of people had been influenced by it.
You will now answer to the charge of being a grievously savage race.
Grievously savage could mean anything. I will answer only specific charges.
There are a lot of issues and challenges in the 80s and 90s and the end of the century that need talking about. And they need talking about in drama, because drama will move people, will cause people to think, and much more than any straight show.
Robert Justman and Richard Berman are supervising producers. For Robert, working on the new series is like deja vu. Between 1966 and 1969, he co-produced the original Star Trek with Gene Roddenberry, an experience he remembers fondly.
It's like I went home one night in 1968 and came back to work the next morning in 1986. That's what it's like. It's like time passed in a wink of an eye, and nothing has changed, and the feeling between us has only grown. We're closer and more emotionally bound to each other than we ever were. And so it's a wonderful feeling.
As the premiere of this series approaches, there's a feeling of excitement and anticipation around the set. The cast have a tough act to follow, and they realize this.
To a long and successful voyage, the new crew of the Enterprise.
Live long and prosper.
We've had, I must say, very positive response. We received letters already welcoming us to the Star Trek family, as it were. And I'm under the impression that by virtue of being Star Trek fans, they are for the future and for progress, and this certainly is an expression of that, and I hope that we will be received accordingly and not judged as trying to replace someone.
It's not a remake of a television legend. It is totally a new series, a new concept.
Sir, respectfully submit, our only choice is to fight.
We didn't want in any way to be accused of trying to recreate the cast of the old series, but at the same time, we wanted to maintain the family flavor that existed amongst the original cast. Obviously, the Kirk-Spock relationship would be the easiest one to have people say that we were trying to duplicate. For that reason, we stayed away from Vulcans. For that reason, we, in a sense, broke the role of the captain into two parts.
I'm not a family man, Riker, and yet Starfleet has given me a ship with children aboard. But since a captain needs an image of geniality, you're to see that's what I project.
Aye, sir.
Welcome to the Enterprise, Commander Riker.
Marina Sirtis
It's coming in now.
is another member of the cast who is also British. She plays Deanna Troi, the ship's counselor.
She's half Betazoid from the planet Beta Z and half human. Her mother's a Betazoid and her father was a Starfleet officer. And on Beta Z, everyone has this super duper high intelligence. So I'm hugely intelligent. Right, typecast again. No, I'm hugely intelligent, and Betazoids have telepathic abilities. The full Betazoids have a full telepathic ability. I have an ability to read emotions.
The role of Deanna Troi, however, was originally slated for Denise Crosby.
Gene felt that, now these are his words, that I was too much like Grace Kelly, and that I couldn't, that Troi should be this exotic, otherworldly creature, and I was just this kind of American Golden Girl.
Off-camera, Academy Award winner Michael Westmore, one of Hollywood's most respected makeup artists, creates the masks for the aliens we'll see on the show.
The writer will basically give you his first concept of what he wants in the show. Then myself, Gene Roddenberry, Bob Justman, Rick Berman, the art department will all sit down and put our thoughts together to create a character, and then I have to design it so it works.
I'm a Klingon, sir. For me to seek escape when my captain goes into battle.
You are a Starfleet officer, Lieutenant.
Aye, sir.
Industrial Light and Magic, George Lucas's special effects company, has been hired to give the series a real 24th century look.
We're involved, of course, in the traditional outer space kind of shots that are certainly a big part of Star Trek, and those shots will be fairly obvious as being special effects shots. In addition to that, there's some business with some creatures of some kind, and then, as I say, these establishing shots and wider shots of the general planet surface. So it's really very similar to the kinds of special effects shots that appeared in the original series.
This is science fiction in a very believable format, I think.
I'm thrilled about it. I'm thrilled every day that I'm involved in it, and it still seems really quite unreal to me.